right. So, hello and welcome to Experts Unplugged, our speaker spotlights from the Medical Fitness Association Conference, where I, as a fellow speaker at the conference as well, I'm going to highlight some of our amazing speakers from the conference. That is the Medical Fitness Association's 33rd annual conference. It's coming up in November 1st to 4th at the Baltimore Convention Center in Maryland. I'm Joanne Newborn. I'm the CEO of Newborn Evolution, where we transform your organization's vision into real results through leadership coaching, training, and consulting. So today I'm really excited because I am speaking with Chris Armel about his talk, Fitness Specialist, Personal Trainer, and Strength and Conditioning Coach. So Chris started coaching in 2011. He got his bachelor's and master's degree from WVU in athletic coaching education, and he's trained a myriad of teams, schools, sports, firefighters, and Gen Pop with a variety of limitations and chronic diseases. And he was named the 2022 Parisi Sports Performance Coach of the Year. So congratulations, Chris. Really excited to have you here. And I had a few key questions that I wanted to ask about your talk specifically. What strategies can be employed to prioritize collision management in youth sports training while ensuring tendon health?
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you, Miss Joanne, for having me on. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
The strategies we use, we run a Parisi Speed School out of our medical fitness facility, and through that, we have a lot of athletes in our area that are single sport athletes. So training one sport all year round, whether that be soccer, volleyball, baseball, that kind of stuff. So what we tend to do is try to get them in just different positions, different movements that they're not going to normally see on the field, since they're in the same doing some of the same stuff the entire year round. And what we do is we really just manage the tempo, manage the movements that they're going to do, and we make sure that we're communicating with the athlete on how they feel throughout their entire season.
Great. So how can coaches balance collision training with measures to protect and strengthen tendons in young athletes?
The balance comes from, since these kids are never having a true off season where we really have downtime to really strength train and train high plyometrics and speed and that kind of stuff, where we have to manage it and balance it. The best thing we can do is communicate with the kids, build a safe environment so they can trust us as coaches, so that they can tell us when they don't feel good, when they feel too tired, or when they're ready to go and fully ready to lift and do things. So the balance comes from a first point is a communication with the athlete, with the parent, making sure that they're on the same page and doing that kind of stuff. And then again, it'll be a balance of managing high velocity movements versus strength and conditioning. So the strength part should be a lot more focused in the tempo part while they're in season, which is normally all the time. And we try to really manage those high velocity movements so they're not seeing those in a weight room when you would normally see box jumps and all these kind of things in the weight room. We're taking those things out to manage load while they're in a long season.
Amazing. You mentioned two keywords that really popped for me: communication and creating a safe space, right? It's like those two things are so important in all aspects. I mean, I talk about them a lot in what we do when we're working with all different kinds of organizations. So it starts there and it continues to be vitally important. And then what would
Amen.
you say are the most effective methods for building resilience in youth sports?
To continue with the theme of safety. So what we do is
Mhm.
when we do have the ability to train it at a high intense level, I have to let the body know it's safe. So our nervous systems can do some amazing things. And when we allow our body to know that it's safe to do those amazing things, our brain gives us the capability to do it. So for example, when we do overspeed training, when we have the athlete be pulled into a position that they wouldn't normally be able to maintain and run a faster speed they wouldn't normally be able to maintain on their own, we're allowing their body and their nervous system to let them know that that movement is safe. The same thing, landing off a box that is 60 inches up in the air and just landing on it, not jumping on it, lets our body know that it's safe enough to land. So my body will give me that access to jump as well. Now it won't be 60 inches, but at the same time, like who knows what it can be. Same thing happens with strength and speed and jumping and all kinds of things. I need the body to know it's safe to give me what it wants to do.
Amazing. Our bodies really are so amazing when we start to really pay attention to them. So that's incredible. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up our little nugget together?
No, just thank you again, Miss Joanne. I'm ecstatic and so excited to really dive in and present at this conference. I'm grateful to everybody who's is there, gonna be there. I know I'm a early talk on I think Friday or something like that. So if I promise to get your coffee in and we'll have a good time.
That's really funny. Yeah, thank you so much, Chris. This was really informative, and I look forward to meeting you in November. So that is our little unplugged nugget of Chris's talk. And yes, like he said, he'll be speaking on Friday, November 3rd at 8:30. So be sure to catch him. And I am actually speaking on Friday at the same time at 8:30. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're coming with your teams, you should definitely have someone in each of our talks. Hopefully you can catch both of us. And I'm going to be speaking about creating rock stars, evolving into a high performance team. And so that is for you and your organization. So a very different topic. So let's have some breakfast together. Bring your coffee, like Chris said, and so that you can create a team that allows you to do what you do best, allowing you to do what you love most and have your team do all the rest. So again, thank you so much, Chris. And I really look forward to seeing you in November.
Thank you, man.